So you're on Amazon, you're buying coffee and socks and adult diapers and can openers and things that you'll never use that you sit around the house and they just sit there and collect dust, and people go, well, that's nice. And you go, I got it on Amazon. And then you buy a $30,000 guitar.
Guitar Stuff with John!
Welcome to another Guitar Stuff with John. And you may have noticed over the last few videos that I haven't changed my shirt. Well, that's because I've done all these in one day. Anyhow, get over it. Yeah, so, as I said in the beginning, weird shit happens sometimes. So, I was thumbing through Amazon one day. Came across this advertisement for a company called, I'm probably not pronouncing this correct, GSWJ, Z for my American friends, Z for Canadians, Z-U-W-E-I-E, Z-U-W-E-I, Zui. I don't know how it's pronounced. But anyhow, they had a series of guitars on there. And I could not stop myself from buying one. And when you see this guitar, you're going to understand why it caught my eye. So, here it is. This is the Amazon guitar. There have been questions about this instrument. I've actually let it sit here for well over a year. It appears to be made out of solid wood, rosewood, spruce top. It has an incredible amount of abalone inlaid in it everywhere you look. It is not a sticker. You can see that it's real. The white bits on the Tree of Life are actually mother of pearl, and the other bits are abalone. It's ridiculous how much work is in this guitar. It has a mahogany neck. There's no name, model number, nothing. It came in a giant styrofoam coffin all the way from China. And when I got it, it was playable, but I then took it to my main guitar man, Doug Sampson, and he did a simple setup on it. Dressed the frets, get the action where I wanted it, put a K&K pickup in it, and it came back to me, and this is what it sounds like. Played it in a while. It sounds really nice. It sounds, there's a cheap bucketiness to it that you can tell that it's not uber high quality, but damn, for what it looks like and how it plays after a simple setup. Like, it's well done. Its intonation's perfect up and down the neck. Like, what the hell? So let's take a close look at it first, and then I'm going to tell you my thoughts on this and what it means to the rest of the guitar world. Let's take a close look at this unnamed beast. Okay, so here we are at the mystery headstock of the Amazon Dreadnought highly ornate abalone up your yin-yang guitar. And you see some dust on her there. I bet she's been sitting here for nearly 2 years. I wanted to see if she would stay together, and she has. She's really well done. And you can see that the abalone in this guitar is real. It's not a sticker or a decal or any of those things. And we put a micarta nut on it. And you see the machine heads here. They're just they're supposed to be Grovers, but I know they're not. I doubt that they're real, but they're marked Grover, but they don't work that great. It's got the nice Martin volute on it, which is really cool. Those things would be done by hand. It's not really a CNC job for most companies or builders. And then we start to go down this neck, and you see this wicked tree of life. It's got a mother of pearl vine, and all of the leaves, all of the flowers and leaves on it are all abalone. And it has nice frets. The neck is well done. It's a low-profile neck. It's very nice to play. And then we get down to the body, and this thing, man, has got abalone everywhere. It's just like a D45. It's got all the way around the fingerboard tail. It's a very high-quality top. It's probably Sitka or Engelmann. And it's got a rosewood bridge that's dyed black. We got tusk pins in it. Micarta saddle. I hot rodded it a bit, obviously, and it's got the faux bone binding and abalone on either side, everywhere, all there too. I mean, look at it; it's ridiculous to see this much stonework in a guitar. And then the back is the same way. We've got abalone all the way around. You can see that it's not all blue. Some of it's green and white. But I mean, they're obviously using not the highest quality abalone. This center strip is gorgeous. And it's got the plastic end cap. And the same thing on the other side. Just abalone everywhere you look. A lot of green. The blue is the most expensive. And then the end pin is the same way. It's all there too. I put a K&K in it. Sounds great plugged in. We looked inside the guitar. There was no mess. There was no parts hanging out. I mean, it's clean as a whistle in there. See that? It's ridiculous. It's just as clean as anything in there. There's no huge glue pop-outs or... It's too bad we couldn't take a look way inside it. But look at those. Like, those are... You can tell those are carved by hand. They're not machine carved. And the kerfing is all good. And just... Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy that you can get a guitar on Amazon and it shows up at your house and it's actually playable. Not only is it playable, but it's something that somebody would want. I mean, I've had it for a couple of years to make sure it was sound, and it is. And I'm gonna pass this on. I'm gonna sell this to somebody. It's got a great pickup in it. It's all set up to play and go, and my action, my everything, intonation's perfect. Just ridiculous. So there you go. There is the no-name mystery Amazon Chinese built crazy abalone dreadnought guitar. It's wicked. Glad I got it. So I would have never known otherwise if these things were for real or not. But man, these kids they're not fooling around. I think they really did a good job of this. All right. Okay, there you go. There's a close-up of the Amazon guitar. So, I can tell you that I would actually take this on the road. But I'd have a second guitar as a spare in case. But this instrument has been literally sitting in the studio and the house and around for about a year and a half. And it has not moved. It has not cracked. It's not fallen anywhere. It's still together. Still sounds good. Still plays good. It's a beautiful guitar. It has a hint of cheap tone in it, right? So here's what I think this guitar is, because if you go look for this company, you can't find it anymore. It's either that or it's changed its name or whatever the case may be. Now I'm going to tell you what I paid for this guitar. And now that you've seen it up close and see how much work is in this instrument, if you bought this guitar from Martin or any builder and asked for all this inlay and all this type of appointment, you're looking at a $30,000 instrument easily, because just the abalone in this guitar alone is probably worth $5,000, right? But there's ways around it, right? There's ways around that by using not all blue abalone, or not the highest grade, or using little tiny bits of it that you're not supposed to reuse, that are discarded in the building of higher end guitars, and all this stuff. There's ways around it, right? So I paid $500 for this. That's what it was. $500 on Amazon. And man, it's sharp. I mean, it's there's no getting around it. That it's well made, it looks beautiful, and it sounds pretty good. It doesn't sound like a Martin or a Yamaha but it does sound good. There's nothing wrong with the sound profile of this guitar, except it does have that. There's that, I call it buckety. It's got a buckety tone in the low mids that makes it sound cheap, right? That all cheap guitars have that weird overtone in the bottom end that lets you know that it isn't a high-end built guitar. But here's what my thoughts are on this. I think that this guitar was built by students of the craft. That this was like a final exam of a young luthier in China who has to show that they are able to build an instrument this ornate and have it turn out good, and then they would move on to a higher shop like Eastman, or the guitars built by Hosen in China, the Yamahas built in China. There's so many Chinese guitars now coming out. And this is not a popular sentiment, but I have to say it. Some of the Chinese guitars that are coming into North America are better quality than North American instruments. And that's just a fact, because if you put a similarly priced Eastman up against a similarly priced Martin or Gibson or anything, you're going to find a guitar, the Eastman guitar, the Chinese instrument, is going to be every bit as good and possibly better. Better woods, better workmanship, more ornate, different and better sound profiles, different they're really building awesome guitars. Everywhere you look, you see evidence that the Chinese luthiers they're building incredible guitars. They're just incredible. And they're cheaper than the North American, even European guitars. So I think that this instrument was probably built in a school, right? Students built this guitar to prove their prowess at doing this sort of work, proving it can be done, blah, blah, blah. It's a graduation test. It's an exam. That's what I really think this is. And then after they've built these and shown what they can do, they go off to work in one of the larger line factories because they have enough experience to handle one of these jobs, whether it be inlay, bracing, side bending, top tuning, wood selection, whatever. there's probably a school over there somewhere, and this is the stuff they're putting out, and they're selling it on Amazon for $500, right? In other words, you can buy it for $500, but don't expect much because it's a student-made guitar. Well, whoever the student was that built this did a fantastic job. It's really well made. It's heavily finished, as most of these cheaper Chinese instruments are, but it's hard to find a problem with it, right? It's not a fantastic sounding guitar, but it's also not crap, right? And that's amazing for what it is, what it looks like. And that's never been played. It has a very nice, pleasant sound profile. For a beginner or somebody that just wanted a guitar for around the house, man, damn, $500. Unfortunately, I don't really think you can find these anymore. I've never seen them again on Amazon. I have seen reviews of these elsewhere in the world. People collected them, and for good reason. If you can get a guitar like this for $500, why not buy 5 or 6 of them? And maybe one of them's a total winner, right? And the other 4, not so good. But hell, I couldn't believe it, and I still can't. I'm still in awe of the quality of this guitar, bought from Amazon for $4.99. I thought it would be completely fake, that there'd be nothing real about it. I even told Ginger, I said, I bet you when that gets here, it's going to be in a box this big. It's actually a miniature guitar. It's not even real. We probably just get ripped off. But nope, it showed up in a big styrofoam coffin, well packed, well done. Everything was there. What are you going to do? So anyhow, there you go. There is the $500 Amazon guitar. No name, no model. I don't know how you can find one, but damn, I'm an adventurous guy. I like doing stuff like this. So, and I will sell this. I'm not going to keep it because I don't need it. I don't need another huge ornate dreadnought. I have lots of them. This is going to go to somebody who will appreciate it and play the crap out of it, and there you go. And as I said, it's been sitting around here for a year and a half because I wanted to see if it was going to stay together. And it did perfectly. There's not one thing wrong with it. So there you go. There's another really cool, interesting, out of left field guitar stuff with John for you. I know you weren't expecting that, but yeah, there you go. So thank you, and thanks to whoever built this guitar. I don't really know for sure. I have my theories, as I said, but if there's a bunch of young people over there learning to build guitars, and this is the stuff they're putting forth to their teachers, man, power to you. Keep up the good work, and let's all just buy more guitars. I mean, what else is there? Just buy guitars. Guitar. I love you guys. See you soon. Don't forget to subscribe. Watch String Theory. Check out the merch store. We'll see you soon with another guitar and another story. I'm JP. Thanks.